Hey guys, what is up and welcome to yet another PvE preseason video. So just recently Riot finally implemented a completely new objective on Summoner's Rift. The name of this creature is going to be called Rift Herald, and it'll be spawning within Baron's pit prior to Baron himself spawning. And the purpose of this is to try and make objectives on the top part of the map just as important as the one at the bottom being Dragon. So just there you saw the spawning animation of this new monster. And apparently the story behind this is how a scuttle crab walked within Baron's pit, got consumed by the void, and became this abnormal weird looking creature. So the other basics of this creature is the fact that it does only last for the first 20 minutes of the game, but its first spawn is only 4 minutes into the game. As you see here, it'll actually dance with you if you dance within the pit, which is a pretty fun addition. Once you kill it, it will have a 5-minute respawn timer, which is the same timer as buffs in the jungle do, so the red buff and the blue buff. But don't forget that Dragon has a 6-minute respawn, which is different. Now since it is within Baron's pit, that means that it will automatically despawn from the map at 1945 into the game, but if it's in combat, as you see in this clip right here, it'll last until 1955, at which it will simply just die by itself and no one can kill it. A little bit of an anticlimactic death animation, as I thought Baron would maybe come in, swoop it up and eat it, which I think Riot may add in the future. That'll be a pretty cool thing. And the final thing is, now when you press tab, as you see at the top of the screen, it will have a new timer underneath the Baron timer, giving you an idea as to when it will spawn. So just like everything else around the map, you're able to keep track of it quite easily. So now let's talk about just how strong is this thing when you try to kill it. So it only has melee attacks, though the attacks hurt for quite a bit. Ranged attacks deal 35% less damage to it, and it also seems to have a buff where it reduces the strength of damage effects that deal damage based on the enemy's HP. So this might be to counter someone like Kindred from being able to do this very quickly, especially by herself. And a cool thing is, every now and then the big eye on its back will actually open up. And while the eye is open, any attacks from behind this monster will do 12% max HP as true damage, which will definitely make it a lot easier to kill because it will pack quite a punch. And after going through all that effort, what exactly do you gain from killing it? Well, everyone on your team will first get 50 gold. You'll all get a buff that is called Doom's Eve, which is a very similar looking buff to Baron. And this buff will offer you 10% increased bonus damage. It will also give you 40 move speed extra. It will give you an enhanced Baron recall, so obviously the exact same thing as the Baron buff itself, and it will also buff nearby minions. It's a very similar buff that Baron does to the minions, but this one also increases their attack speed by 40%. But before you start panicking, don't forget that it actually does not do one thing that Baron buff does, and that's the big huge defensive bonus that it offers. So the minions, though they do attack much faster, are still just as squishy and easy to kill. But that is it for this video, guys. There you have it, a quick rundown on what this new monster will do for you on the map. If you did enjoy, definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Share with your friends. Check out the other videos as well, especially the ones covering the new PvE preseason content. And I will definitely see you for the next video. Peace.